What up, y'all? It's T Will. We back with another episode. Another show. Uh, gonna talk about the games that happened yesterday. Probably gonna talk about a little bit of NFL that happened today. Currently, New England and Buffalo is going on right now. Buffalo got on them cold unis, the all ice boys against the Patriots. Uh, it's gonna be a pretty interesting game. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the college football yesterday, and man, you know, even though the Wolverines won yesterday, man, that offense is a little bit shaky. Because if they can't run the football, they don't have wide receivers that are able to make a lot of plays. We don't have a lot of outside playmakers like every other school does. I don't understand how we can get running backs, but we can't get wide receivers. Like, bro, we used to have Braylon Edwards, Mario Manningham, Terrell. Um, we had Amani Toomer. I could just keep going on and on what we used to have, but I think Donovan Peoples Jones, and he's probably the last one we had that was pretty decent. I know we had Roman Wilson, but he wasn't like Braylon Edwards or none of them, or Manningham, or any of those guys. Uh, we got an elite quarterback that's developing. He's developing during his time, and I think he he would benefit if he had more playmakers. I know we got tight ends. I know we got running backs. I know we got O-line, D-line. But if you're going to invest that much money inside of your quarterback room, you might want to have, wide receivers that are capable of getting open and making plays, because you can't just keep on running Justin Haynes, over and over and over again. Eventually he's going to wear down. He got some power to him, but his body's not that big to where he's like a Derrick Henry type of guy. And I think he would benefit if he can have a little bit of weight lifted up off of him, and, trying to run Bryce over and over again, you ain't going to be able to do that neither, because he can end up getting hurt. So I think that we would do better if we had more wideouts that could actually make plays. I know we're not going to get no Jeremiah Smith, but, man, there's wide receivers all over the country. I'm watching the Big 12 games. They got wide receiver, 3 or 4 or 5 wide receivers on their team that's making plays. How come you can't get wide receivers in the building? You need to be able to do that. You got the quarterback in there. Now get the wide receivers. So all these teams that's slumping, not having really good seasons, you need to go and look at the upperclassmen that they got that may not, want to come back to that school that's not doing well. And they might want to invest in that, because if you're going to invest all those millions in a QB, you're going to need people to catch the ball. And you only can go so far throwing and dinking dunks to tight ends and the play action to the tight ends, and, wishing and hoping that, one of these underclassmen that we got at wide receiver is going to make plays. I don't really believe that we got guys like that are like phenomenal on the outside. And I think that's going to be a problem when we face Ohio State later on this year. That's just something that I think of. And our defense is good, but they need to become more disciplined, especially our corners and everything like that on the outside. Because Wisconsin, they came in with a great game plan. They changed it up, and they played, better than what I thought they would play. And for them to be, less talented than us and to have that roster that they have, and kind of having quarterbacks moving over and over again, you see that, they got something building there. They just need to get a little bit more talent and, a couple more players, and they're going to be straight. Because, just being a Big Ten kid growing up, you expect Wisconsin to be at least somewhat competitive, if not competing to be in the championship game or going for the championship of the Big Ten. And I was, quite surprised that they performed the way they did. And, hey, let's see you guys improve, and, best of luck in the future. The next game that I wanted to get into was the Florida State Miami game. Now, I had said the day prior or the day of when I had did my prediction show or review show, or coming up matchup show, whatever you want to call it. I had said that Mike Norvell wins one game and then all of a sudden he loses like 4 or 5, or he loses games that he shouldn't lose. And watching that game, all that came to fruition. Like, okay, the end of the score at the end of the game was close, but that game went really close. Miami took the gas, the pedal off, the foot off the gas, because they was whooping they behind, and you see that maybe Alabama kind of went into Tallahassee and not really took them as seriously as they should. And they thought that they were just going to walk out there on the field and beat them. Because if you ask me, they play Alabama right now, Alabama will whoop their tail. And that just lets me know that that game against Alabama was a fluke. So as Florida State fans, what do you guys really think that you guys should do? Are you going to keep Norvell? Or should you move in a different direction? Because if the Castellanos guy is the quarterback moving forward, I mean, who's going to be the quarterback next year? I don't know if he has another year eligibility, but, you know, I don't know if he's the answer at quarterback. On the other hand, when you look at Miami got Carson Beck. Carson Beck broke up with his girl, whatever he did. Now he balling. He got Miami. Miami is looking like a serious national title contender at this moment right now. Now, I just want to see them be consistent, stay in the fire and see if they can, keep rolling for the rest of the year. But right now, Miami seems like they're gonna they're gonna be in a playoff, but anything can happen in a playoff game on any given day. But I'd say that, Cristobal, he's really bringing Miami back to prominence because they ain't been like this in a minute. And it's exciting to see. And I wish them nothing but the best. And the next game I wanted to talk about was what game is that, man? That I was going to talk to y'all about. That is disappointing. And I really feel bad for the kid because I don't think the kid asked for all the attention that he got. But we're going to talk about that kid, and his name is Arch Manning. Arch Manning was highly touted. Everybody tried to get him. Georgia, Tennessee, Ole Miss. Everybody was trying to get him. They were saying he was the best thing since sliced bread. And when I look at it, yeah, he threw for 263 yards. He was 16 for 29, 2 TDs, 2 INTs. I don't know what exactly is going on at Texas, but if you look at how much money that they spent on this team, they spent millions on this team. Millions. Like a lot of dang on money. If you go and do your research on the recruiting of Arch Manning alone, just to recruit him, to coddle him and interview him and show him around Austin, they spent between 3.5 to 5 million just to court him to come to Texas. And this is what they get. You 3-2, you 0-1 in the SEC, you lost to a reeling Florida Gators team, and now Billy Napier is laughing like, yeah, I got him. And maybe this buys Billy Napier a little bit more time, but man, like Arch Manning is the leading rusher on the team. And if you go and look at my preview, I said whoever ran the ball the best was going to win this game. Whoever had the control of the line of scrimmage was going to win this game. And, man, if I'm the boosters and I'm the donors at Texas, I'm pissed off. I'm ready to whoop some ass. Because, bro, y'all was crying about Quinn Ewers, calling him Quinn Sewers and making all these names and talking bad about him. But now, Quinn Ewers don't look that bad, bro. Quinn Ewers went to Alabama and actually won. He went to the CFP and actually won. Like, you know, and if you Arch Manning, you got to be questioning yourself. Am I good enough to play in the SEC? We don't know. When you play against FCS teams, you showing off, you dancing, you doing all of this and that. But when you went to Florida and went in that swamp, they done knocked your head off. I seen your helmet get knocked off. They was getting after you. So, you know, I'm rooting for the kid, but this goes to show you that when you watch the NFL draft or so-called the people that are experts and they say Arch Manning is a projected number 1 pick. Who the hell told you that? Who told you that? Y'all said that because y'all cool with his family, because y'all cool with the Mannings? Y'all better get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Listen. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This last NFL draft was some BS, was some straight BS. You have Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward as the top 2 prospects, followed by Jackson Dart. Those was the 3. That was it. Now, you telling me that Cade Klubnik, Nussmeier, or any other quarterback that's in college right now is going to be better than the guys that got drafted this draft? I don't know about that. Now, if you're talking about Tyler Shough, okay, maybe. If you're talking about Jalen Milroe, yeah, probably, because he should be a running back. Now, Jalen Milroe is not as skilled of a thrower as Lamar Jackson. He just not. He got a strong arm. He can throw it far. But if you want to compare passers, him and Lamar they're not the same. He may have athletic ability, but he doesn't have the same ability that Lamar Jackson has. So it'll be really, really interesting to see what these people, around talking about, they can just sit on quarterbacks that they drafted this year and they're not going to be nothing. We gonna see about that, because that is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. Another game that I talked about was the Iowa State Cincinnati Bearcats game. And this game was real interesting because I saw how Cincinnati played against Nebraska. And Nebraska's a Big Ten team. They got Big Ten players. And I thought the way that they played against them, they was going to be a problem in the Big 12. Because the Big 12 is to me, I believe, is a little bit lesser talent than the Big Ten and the SEC. And I'm specifically talking about O-line and D-line. But when you look at it, that Sorsby kid's a baller. And like I said, I like Rocco Beck. I like him, Rocco Beck. But I thought that Cincinnati had a chance to make the game interesting. And not only did they make it interesting, man, at one point in time, they was whipping them by 3 scores or more. And, they made a couple mistakes, couple penalties. They got back into the game. And, Iowa State they had a shot at coming back and winning, but I thought that Cincinnati played with enough feistiness and tenacity on defense to hold it down and keep that dub. And shout out to Cincinnati, man. Everybody was ragging on y'all last year and talking crap about y'all, but y'all ain't do nothing but come back and show that y'all something to be messed with. And it's nice to see these stories like this when teams that was suffering and struggling last year, they come back and they show improvement and they're doing better this year. So that's awesome to see, man. I love to see that. I'm not only just a Michigan fan, I'm a college football fan, and I like other schools, other traditions, other rivalries, and I like to give people credit when they do show improvement, and I wish them well on the rest of the season. That game is going to have implications on the Big 12 championship just because Iowa State was undefeated. They was considered to be one of the contenders in there. And now you see that Cincinnati might got something to say about that. So I thought that was an interesting game to see. And, you know, good luck Cincinnati for the rest of the year, man. Nice to see y'all out there doing y'all thing. And I hate to bring this up. It's like, no, I don't. I got to bring this up. Man, listen. Penn State, Nittany Lions, the whiteout, blah, blah, blah. Check this out, man. I think Penn State is one of the most overrated schools, like, within the last couple of years, like, period. Like, they want to talk about Notre Dame, bro. At least Notre Dame got players and they playing and they winning and they playing some hard-ass games. You went to 0-3 or 0-4 UCLA and got mollywomped. They had like 500 people at the game. There was more birds at the game than people at the game, bro. That's crazy. This is crazy, bro. And this is what I mean when people say that, hey, Drew Allar's a top 5 quarterback prospect. Man, this motherfucker is trash. Come on, man. Come on. Nico Amalivia gave you the business. The business, bro. Now, the Penn State Nittany Lions was ranked number 7 in the country, as high as number 3 in the beginning of the year, and they're 0-2 in the Big Ten, bro. 0-2? You 0-2 in the Big Ten? We don't got that many damn good teams, bro. And I'm a Big Ten supporter. You lost to UCLA. That means you could lose to Rutgers. Shit, hell, you could lose to Northwestern. Like, what is this? What are you doing, James Franklin? This is not adding up. Period. I remember it was a couple years back that Penn State had went. They went into Auburn, and I don't know if Bo Nix was still there, but they had that Katron Allen kid and the other running back, and they were supposed to be these top running back Gatorade player of the years out of high school, and Penn State had ran all over them, and they won the game. So from that point on, these running backs was hailed as like the 2 best running backs in the conference, you know, in the country, and they was going to run over everybody, and they was going to win the Big Ten, and they was going to go to a national championship. And I'm just like, man, did you see my Michigan team with J.J. McCarthy? We ran the ball dang near every single play and beat them. And we wasn't even playing that good that day, and we beat them. So, Penn State, you ain't going to be able to beat Ohio State. You ain't going to be able to beat Penn State. Shit, hell, you might not even be able to beat Ball State. You lost to UCLA. That is embarrassing. I don't want to hear any more talk about Penn State, them being a contender for a national championship. No more until they actually go to the game and win it. They haven't won anything seriously since Joe Paterno. Y'all got that nice stadium. Y'all got that sold out crowd. Y'all got beautiful uniforms, but yet y'all fail to perform where it counts the most. Where does it count the most? On the field. And y'all had a freebie against Boise State last year. If y'all would have played against any other team, y'all wouldn't even made it as far as y'all did. Y'all wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. You just wouldn't have. I mean, man, this is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. And I can't really talk like that because I remember when we lost to Appalachian State back in the day. But, man, this is bad. This is bad. Like, this is a team that was touted to win a national championship. A national championship. And you're 0-2 in your own conference. Man, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. It's embarrassing for us as the Big Ten now because if you beat Penn State, everybody gonna be like, "Well, you can't count that as a quality win. You can't use that on your board." Like, come on, man. What's up with that? Then we gonna go back to this game right here, the Vanderbilt Alabama game. I had said the other day too, hey, there ain't no way that Alabama gonna let these guys come in here and win the game, and they didn't. It was close for a little bit. You know, they was fighting. But at the end of the day, the roster and the depth chart shows by the end of the fourth quarter. You see who got more talent. You see who got the more explosive players. And Alabama does that. Now, I will give credit to Vanderbilt's coach, Clark Lee. He should be a guy that should be considered to move up another level to one of these big schools. Hell, Clark Lee can go to Penn State, Florida, Florida State, because I don't think none of those coaches are the answer at those schools. Matter of fact, I would give Billy Napier more credit than Mike Norvell. I just don't see what that guy has, man. I just don't see it. Um, and Florida State probably ain't gonna go to the playoffs again. So you gonna keep Mike Norvell another year? Now Napier actually got players. He got some talent. He has a quarterback. Um, he got young players on defense, running back. I think that Florida gonna end up being even better next year if they keep him. If they fire him, some of those guys gonna end up leaving, and they're not gonna have the same team, and they're gonna have to start all over again. But Florida State seems like they got a whole bunch of transfers and misfits, and I think Florida State got lucky against Alabama because Alabama is rolling, and I think Alabama gonna be something to deal with here in the future. Because if they went to Athens and did that, and they came back this weekend and did this, this ain't a regular Vanderbilt team. So they beat a real good team. So I'm thinking Alabama is a national title contender for sure. For sure. And I hate to do this, guys. I hate to do this right here. I hate to do it because this is one of my idols growing up. Um, Somebody that I used to think was the best thing since sliced bread. I hate to do this. The Colorado Buffaloes and the TCU Horned Frogs. Colorado quarterback threw 3 interceptions. 3. I want y'all to think about that. He threw 3 interceptions, right? Hoover had 4 TDs, 275, and they only won by 2 scores. So just think about if he takes away these 3 turnovers, Colorado wins this game. They win it. They win it. And I don't want to hear nothing about the defense. I don't want to hear nothing about the offensive line, defensive line, because they was blocking. Bro had time to throw. He was just panicking, throwing it sidearm, throwing it late, throwing it to the other team too much, turning it over in the red zone. And then it's real sad too, bro, because it's like Coach Prime came back this year because he thought that y'all was a better team this year and y'all was going to be even better than y'all was last year. He had surgery. He rushed to get back. He got health problems. And he did all this to come back to this. The man could have easily said, I got cancer. I got to get surgery. I'm going to sit this season out. But no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He came back. And for him to come back and do that and just like not I'm just really trying to put this in words. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. It's just when you go through something like that health wise and you come back, and because I've seen people go through cancer, lose people to cancer, stuff like that. You come back and you giving these guys this game about life, about the game. There's no way that you come out and you perform and you do this, man. Like, if I'm Coach Prime, and I know he's stronger than most people, my spirit will be broken, you know, because these guys got talent, they got the skill, but it's just sad to see that the man came back from all the health issues and all the stuff he had, and the team is performing like that. They got enough talent. They got plenty running backs, plenty wide receivers. The quarterback is just a turnover machine. And everybody was telling me that the guy was from Liberty. He was a former Tennessee commit. Something happened to him, and I guess he got kicked out of Tennessee, and he had to go to Liberty. But I mean, you got to be pretty good to get an offer and get to play quarterback at Tennessee. He's out of Texas. I don't know if some of these guys go and play for Coach Prime and they can't perform because he's their coach and they nervous. Like, I don't know. And trust me, I'm not trying to make up no excuses, but I don't understand how some of these guys go there and it's just like they forgot how to play football, or they just don't know what the hell they doing. Or when the defense is lining up and the cornerback is in motion and they pointing over here, over there, oh man, you over here. Like, they just be looking like they lost. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. And it happens over and over and over and over. Like, yo, this shit ain't stopping. Like, y'all doing the same shit every week. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And then my gripe with this team is, especially the defense, y'all don't have Patrick Surtain on y'all team. You don't have Travis Hunter on your team. Why are y'all always in man and getting beat? Y'all just need to play cover two and simplify y'all defense to where y'all can look at the quarterback and come up and tackle. That's what y'all need to do, because y'all be getting smoked, burnt on everything. And then every time a team is against y'all and they got 4th and 1, they going for it. And they always do a wheel route or a QB draw, and y'all still can't stop that shit. And it happens every single game. Every single game. Every single game, bro. Like, it's sad to see this. And this just shows y'all, a lot of people gonna get mad. This just shows y'all how good Travis and Shedeur was. And you don't even hear a lot about Travis right now, but Travis had to get the ball from somebody. Jimmy Horn had to get the ball from somebody. It was Shedeur. And a lot of people don't like that kid, but he was actually good. I hope y'all starting to see that. He was actually good. I hope y'all starting to see that. Because this right here, this is embarrassing. And now I'm wondering, like, if Coach Prime even going to stay in Colorado. And, you know, man, that's crazy, man. They have a better team than what's out there on the screen. They really do. I don't know what's going on. You know, maybe they're worried about social media too much. I have no idea. I can't even make excuses for that team no more. They 2-4. They 0-3 in the Big 12. It's just looking all kinds of bad for them. Like, man, it's sad to see that. I'm stuttering, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like, I mean, it's bad, man. It's really bad. Bad. Like, are they gonna lose the rest of their games for the season? Because I don't know. I don't know, man. I do not know. That was pretty crazy. I mean, we had some other games on the slate, but it wasn't nothing that was really, other than the Vanderbilt Alabama game and the Miami Florida State game, and the Texas Florida game, but Florida was pretty much handling them for the most part. Florida was giving them the business. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I saw this weekend with the college football. Illinois beat Purdue 43-27. Notre Dame beat Boise State 28-7. Like Texas Tech beat Houston 35-11. I mean, those are the only notable games. And Georgia beat Kentucky, but everybody knew that they was going to win that game. And Oklahoma played Kent State, and Texas A&M played Mississippi State, and Ohio State played Minnesota. So those ain't really nothing to talk about. I mean, I don't really see nothing too worthy to talk about with those games that I just mentioned. Like those games are pretty much, who was going to win those games, unless something outrageously crazy happened. We're going to get into this game right here. All right. The Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Big old Carson Wentz in there with the 25 for 34, 1 TD, 236 yards. Man, I wonder if, and even though I'm a Michigan fan, because I didn't see JJ throw the ball a lot in college, man, I tried to give him some credit because, he was our guy. But I never really saw him throw the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? And Carson Wentz playing this well. Is there QB drama in Minnesota? Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know if it's QB drama in Minnesota, but Carson Wentz might end up starting the rest of the year because JJ just looks like he's not ready. Jay Jettis, another 100-yard performance, 123 yards, 7 receptions. Mason was a leading rusher, 52 yards, 13 carries. And then you had the debut of Dillon Gabriel. I thought he played solid. Listen, I'm not no hater. I don't hate on people. Even though I think Shedeur is a better player, I'm not gonna hate. The only thing I would say is that he's only gonna be able to throw those out routes and those short routes for so long before people scheme up on him, and then he's gonna have to go somewhere else with the ball because they're gonna take away where they know he's comfortable at and force him to throw where he's uncomfortable at. But he didn't turn the ball over. He had 2 passes that he could have had 2 interceptions today. They just dropped them. And also, I think the most credit got to go to Quinshon Judkins. Look, Quinshon Judkins is a motherfucking dog. He a dog. Like some of them teams that was picking the first round that needed running backs, they should have got him. He should have been a first round pick. He looks like a first round pick, not a second round pick. He look like a first round pick. That boy be running. He's strong as hell. He don't go down, and he be talking this ish like he that real deal at running back. He that boy. Like I know everybody thought Travion Henderson was good, but Travion Henderson always get hurt, and he's small. He fast as hell. Because I done seen him play against us many times. Travion Henderson is always hurt. He always hurt. If he play every single game, he gonna get hurt at some point. But Quinshon Judkins, that boy is a load. Muscles everywhere, ripped up. He got the weight, he got the height, and he got that power. He got the speed. I think he is the reason why the Browns was even in the game, because if you take away his 110 rushing yards, they're not moving the ball like that. They're just not. David Njoku, he made a couple of beautiful catches today, looking good. And their defense. They were solid. But yeah, I don't know how much longer the Browns are going to be able to go about doing the business the way they do it, because you keep on talking about you're going to draft a quarterback next year. What quarterback is you drafting? What quarterback are you drafting? You're not drafting a quarterback next year. Here, let me tell you why you can't. If you do draft a quarterback next year, he's going to get murdered, or whoever else is behind center, because two of your offensive linemen is about to retire. A couple of offensive linemen that y'all got right now on the line are trash. And if y'all don't have a good offensive line to protect whoever y'all bringing in, whoever y'all going to use, he ain't going to last. So you still need an O-line built, and you still need playmakers on the outside, because you got your running back. You good on there. Your defense is good. You need to build that O-line, and you need some explosive wide receivers. You got the tight ends. You need some explosive wide receivers, because everybody kept on saying Jerry Jeudy this, Jerry Jeudy that. Man, he double caught and dropped the ball today too. That was looked like it was easy for him to catch. It would have been a first down. He just don't look like he a number one receiver. He may be a 2 or a 3. David Njoku look like he the best receiver on the team, and he a tight end. And Harold Fannin is also a good player. Shit, Dylan Sampson catch the ball better than Jerry Jeudy, it seemed like. I don't know, bro. But I thought Dylan had a solid performance, but he was doing a lot of check downs, a lot of dig and dunks. I didn't see him throw the ball deep. I didn't see him throw it deep, like not one time, or like deep across the middle. And then when people went open, he threw it way high, way out of bounds to make sure he ain't get no interception. It's like they told him, hey, man, if it's not there, just throw that shit in the stands. Like, that's what it seemed like they did, but we'll see. And the way this thing's going, it don't look like Shador gonna get a chance. I'm just saying, like, they protecting this dude to the T. Hand the ball off, hand the ball off. Starting one, hand the ball off. All right, we gotta do a play action this time. All right, hand the ball off 3 more times again. Like, they protecting that dude. But he did good with what he had. Man, like I said, man, when he really got to open it up, we going to find out. I seen a couple of his balls get batted down. I seen him get sacked and get hit. And we going to see. We going to see. But, yeah, Browns, don't draft no quarterback next year. Y'all better get a offensive lineman, a solid left tackle, because y'all is through if y'all don't do this, man. Y'all is through. All right, we got the Bengals versus the Lions, bro. Lions whooped that tail. That's my hometown team. They whooped that tail. Man, I feel bad for Jamar Chase. It's like Joe Burrow get injured if somebody blow hot air on him. Like, he was all that in a bag of chips until he got hurt, bro. Like, it's sad to see that this team is being wasted again. Again, they're 2-3. They don't look like they're gonna make the playoffs. They need to trade for a different quarterback. This dude threw 3 interceptions last game and the game before that. You know what? Let's see how many damn interceptions this dude got on the season. He got 8 interceptions. 8. He got 8 interceptions. 3, 2, 3. That is terrible. His QBR is 21.8. Oh my God. Man, hey, look here. I feel sorry for the Bengals, bro. It's like Ohio getting double hit. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. I don't think I ever seen a QB rating of 21 before. That was crazy. Excuse me. All right. We got the everybody was talking about Jackson Dart, this and this and this and that. Boy, 202, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, 26 for 40. Bro, you lost to Spencer Rat Daddy. That's who you lost to. Like I said, everybody was getting all hype about them beating the Chargers, and the Chargers lost today. So what you really talking about? Saints are supposed to be the worst team in the league, and you lost to them. You got one of the best defenses in the league with the Giants. But everybody want to crown this kid and say that he's the best thing since sliced bread. Don't look like it to me. Don't look like it to me. Now, the first game, he ain't do nothing. The second game, he threw for 2 TDs, but he also threw for 2 picks. Cancel each other out. It's just going to be interesting to see for the rest of the year how this folds out, because you benched Russell so fast. You can't go back to him now. You're going to have to play this kid. You're going to have to play it out. You're going to have to tough it out now, homeboy. But yeah, the New Orleans Saints beat the New York Giants 26-14. What a game. I mean, you know, everybody was heralding this kid, saying he was this, saying he was that, man. He ain't all that, bro. He ain't all that. He ain't all that. Then we got the game with the controversy at the end. At least I would call it. Dallas Goedert had reached out his arm. Well, he was trying to reach out his arm, but my man had him like this, like that, while he was trying to catch the ball. And the ref just looked at the play and didn't call no pass interference. That would have put Philly on like the 3 or the 2 yard line, maybe. And they would have had a chance to run it in and win the game, but they didn't. And they had to throw up a Hail Mary at the end of the game to try to win the game. And this goes you to show you right here that what? They are not supposed to pass the ball as much as they did. He threw the ball 23 for 38. Jalen Hurts did, right? Tell me why Saquon Barkley only got 30 yards rushing. You want to know why they lost this game? Because they tried to please the wide receivers on this team by throwing a ball all over the place, and that's not what y'all design is. Y'all design is run to pass, not pass to run. You understand me? Not pass to run to pass. Running a ball is the name of the game all day. Sean Payton understood that. That's why they won. Bo Nix, 242, 24 for 39, 1 TD. But J.K. Dobbins, 20 carries, 1 TD, 79 yards. Saquon Barkley, 6 carries. What is he going to do with 6 carries, bro? What is he going to do with that? 6 carries? Sometimes you got to know when to tell players no. You got to know when. You got to know when. And this is why them 20 carries helped the Broncos. 34-17 time of possession to 25-43. Now, Philly going to start listening to these wide receivers, trying to please them, trying to make Jalen Hurts throw it all over the field, which ain't his game. Y'all going to lose. Why would you do something, stop from doing something that was helping y'all win, and y'all lose? And the craziest thing about it, Broncos had 12 penalties for 121 yards, and y'all still lost the damn game. Still. They was 5 of 16 on third down. Y'all was 2 of 11 because you want to throw the ball. Come on, bro. Like, you're not going to win no football games like that. You just not. I don't know where y'all thought y'all was gonna win, throwing the ball all over the field and thinking that y'all was helping my boy Jalen Hurts out. Nah, y'all messed up. Go back to where y'all been at. Running the ball, then pass. If AJ Brown don't get no catches and y'all win, then y'all win. Like the name of football is to win the game, not to be out here losing. You know what I'm saying? Not to be out here losing. So you gotta change your game plan back to what it was before because that was embarrassing the rest of that game. I did not expect y'all to lose that damn game. Let me see if I had another game I wanted to talk to y'all about before we get up out of here. Oh yeah, I'll talk about this one. It's gonna be real quick though. Now y'all remember when Pete Carroll got hired? What he said? I'm used to winning 10 and 11 games. I'm used to winning 10 and 11 games. That's what we expect to do this year. Well, your record says that you're 1-4, 1-2 on the road. Geno Smith is hot garbage. You should have drafted Shador, dummies. This dude, Geno Smith, is 25 for 36, 2 INTs. Woo! Can you say y'all effed up? Because y'all did. Ashton Jeanty, 14 carries, 67 yards. That's okay. Daniel Jones, 20 for 29, 2 TDs, 212 yards, no interceptions. Damn. 2 turnovers on Geno Smith. 6 for 65 yards and penalties. Y'all was actually 8 for 14 on third down, which ain't bad. But you 0 for 4. Look at this. 0 for 4 in the red zone versus 6 for 6 in the red zone. And the sad thing about it, y'all was winning the time of possession. It's terrible. It's terrible quarterback play. And everybody said that Geno Smith, he could spin it. He could spin it. Well, he can spin it to somebody else because this is garbage. Man, that's crazy work. Crazy work, bruh. Crazy. Let me see. I might have one more, and then I'm gonna get y'all up out of here because I'm gonna finish watching this Buffalo Patriots game. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all about this real quick. And I hate to do a young fella like this, but I got to. Got to talk about it. Yeah, Justin Fields is not a quarterback. I repeat, Justin Fields is not a quarterback. Or is he masquerading as one? I don't know. 32 for 46, 2 TDs, and 283 yards. And a lot of them stats he got at the end of the game when the Cowboys pretty much like was chilling. And they was like, yeah, we cool on this game. Like, we just trying to get up out of here without getting hurt. Because if this game was out of hand from the beginning, out of hand. And Hall, as a running back, bro, he keep fumbling. They need to get that dude some super glue or something to his arm because he fumbled a lot. He fumbles a lot. Williams for the Cowboys, 16 carries, 135 yards, bro. Balling. Flournoy, 6 receptions, 114 yards. Cowboys got 416 total yards, but gave up 378. Hey, you outscored them, so it don't matter. Third down, 6 for 13, 7 for 16. Red zone, 3 for 4, 2 for 3. Possession, 25 to the Cowboys, 34 to the Jets. Man, and I seen that play when Pickett, he played with Sauce Gardner and did him in the end zone. I was like, dang, he got that boy. It was over. But that's it, bro. That's what we got for today. Great day of football. Some good games, some bad games, some games where, I don't even really want to talk about. Like, I got so much respect for my boy Lamar. I'm not even gonna pull up the stats for that game. The Texans went to Baltimore and just beat them boys up. Beat them boys up pretty bad, man. And all the marketing them could do was just laugh on the sideline because they knew that their defense is ass. To be honest with you, defense is ass. Could we say that the Baltimore Ravens is not making the playoffs this year? Could we say that? And what does that mean for John Harbaugh? Is he getting fired? Listen, those are just my thoughts. But if you haven't, like and subscribe. If you like this content, you want to keep hearing it. Keep hearing me come up here and get on the soapbox and just talk my talk. Like the channel, subscribe, and share. And I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all Sunday night. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.